Hello, welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what we're going to be doing is some gothic-y or Halloween-y type of resin casting, and I'm going to be using a polyurethane resin for this because I want these to be cured really within about an hour and a half, so I can demold them and then get on with using them. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do the coffin, show you how to do this without getting any bubbles trapped in it. I'm going to do these 4 little skull molds. Thank you, Vivian, for sending me these. Much appreciated. Before I pour my resin, what I've got to do is just brush this aluminium powder into this mold. It really does. I tell you, I absolutely love this. Definitely the best mold I've done for Halloween, and I've done quite a lot. So giving it a really good coat of the aluminium powder. Now, I don't knock it out. I just leave it in there because it just adds to the extra look at the end. And the same again for this lid, because it's really important to make sure you get it a good coat in. Now, I'll mix my resin up, and I have done here. And what I've done is put a tiny bit of black powder, pigment powder, into the PU resin, and then about 50% aluminium powder. Give it a good mix, and then I'm pouring it in. And you need that in there. It gives it the weight, and also when you brush it up at the end, it really does come out looking great. I will link everything that I used today in the description below, so don't worry, you can get hold of this stuff really easily, and cold casting is definitely the way to go. Now, to prevent you getting any of the bubbles trapped underneath the lid, it's always good to go around and give it a bit of a squidgy widgy. And then what I do is I use a stick, and oh, I'm so messy when I do this. I use a stick to ensure that I've got all the bubbles out and I've got all the resin under the lid. That way you're not going to get any sharp cutouts or bubbles stuck under this lid. Now, I forgot to do it for the actual base itself, and you'll see that in a minute. But that really didn't make any difference to the outcome of the piece. I still loved it. And then I just top it up. And the same for the crosses. I'm just going through these and putting quite a bit of powder down. Now, I do keep this brush all the time for this powder, and it is getting a bit tatty. If your powder doesn't stick, then what I would suggest is just spray a tiny bit of mold release into your molds. And this is the same for mica powder as well. It really will make a big difference on making your powder stick. Filling this up now, and you don't have to worry about the bubbles with this one because the bubbles will just pop as it cures, and this will not take more than about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes to cure. And you do get a very short pot time with PU resin, whichever one you use. This one is better than most, the resin colour one, and you get about 5 to 10 minutes, but sometimes you get about 2 or 3 minutes. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to all my members whose names are coming up now. I hope you're enjoying the series that we are currently running in the live streams on how to set up your own small business and sell your arts and crafts. And I'm taking suggestions now for the next series that you'd like us to cover. Perhaps how to set up a YouTube channel. So finishing off, and look at all that mess I've made. I am so messy. And now going over and just popping any bubbles that have come to the top. Now I'm moving on to the white ones. Again, I'm using a PU resin, and I'm putting quite a bit of pearl white mica powder because I want them to have that really nice shimmery look to them, because you know how much I like sparkly things. Honestly, I am like a magpie. I love a bit of sparkle, I love a bit of glitter, I love a bit of mica powder. Make sure you give it a good mix in because you don't want any clumps in, unless that's the look that you're going for, because I do quite like that look sometimes. And now I'm slowly pouring this into these molds, and this will take all those little details and everything. It's brilliant. I mean, PU resin is ideal for casting. It dries nice and hard, so it's not as fragile, and it's not going to be a bendy resin at all once it's cured. Doing the same for these little ghosts. If you'd like to buy me a coffee for supporting this channel and helping me buy the stuff and get your name on my coffee board for next month, yoo-hoo, then the link for that is in the description below, and it's really appreciated. Now, regarding this little hand mold, now PU resin is ideal for this because when you cast this with epoxy, it can become a little bit fragile and the fingers can be a little bit bendy. So I'll show you how I get over that in a second. And I'm also pouring these skulls because I did intend to put these white skulls on the outside of that coffin. But actually, as you'll see in a little while, I kind of have a little change up of what I'm going to do on that Halloween coffin. So to ensure that you've got all your bits in this really intricate mould, what I do is I over pour to start with, leave it a few minutes, and then I just go over it like this with one of the popsicle sticks, clean it all off, and what that does, it gives me a nice level base and all the details. And now I'll let cure. These are all cured now, and because I used the polyurethane resin, they only took an hour to cure up. So let's demold the little ghosties. Ooh. And the skulls, again, they come out great. And you could turn these into earrings or add them onto things. And the pendants, again, they've come out really well. I did over pour on that one, but that's not a problem. I'm just going to use my deburring tool. Now, I've had some people say, oh, I got one, but I weren't sure. It does take a little bit of practice, but as soon as you get that kind of muscle memory on how to get rid of things, it does an absolute beautiful job. And the other thing is, don't try to take too much off at once. Just try and take a little bit off at a time, and you'll find that it works so much easier. I swear by this tool now. I use it all the time. So I'm a terrible one for over pouring. I'd rather over pour than under pour, because if you over pour, you don't get the dipping of the resin when it cures. And look how nice and easy that has cleaned that up. And these larger skulls, they should come out equally as well. And they have. But again, look, see where I've over poured. So just go around it there with my little burring tool. And I will link these into the description below. And the great news is now that I can link for both Canada and Australia, as well as the UK and America. There's the little hand. Again, because it's PU resin, it's nice and hard. The digits don't break off. You hear my neighbours, they're every weekend they're doing building work. It's been going on for 4 years, honestly. The coffin, which we did with the aluminium powder, which we can brush up, I'm hoping has come out really nicely. Although I did have a bubble in it, but I don't mind that actually at the moment. And the lid fits on there nicely. So let's see how this is going to come up. I'm using 0000 fill wool, as always. Oh yeah, that is coming up nice. Let me bring the camera a little bit nearer. I love this cold casting method. Oh, look at that. Bit on the edges. Let's do this bit as well. I think doing the cold casting of the coffin has really made it quite spooky. Yeah, I like that. I think that's come out well. I think that makes a great Halloween decoration. Okay, I'm just going to clean this cross up using this same method because I made these. And actually, I was going to make a pendant out of that, but I think that looks really cool on there instead. So that's what I'm going to do. So E6000 is a really great glue for sticking resin to resin, and it dries clear and it dries really hard. It does take a couple of hours for it to completely dry, but if you don't want it to move around, then what I would strongly recommend is you just take a bit of tape like this, and this is just builder's tape, masking tape, and you can hold it on where you want it, like that. Now, I'm not 100% convinced about these skulls now. Now I've put that cross on there. No, I'm not. I think that would spoil it, so I'm not going to put them on there. I'm going to leave that on there to cure or dry, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. And there's some other bits and pieces as well that you can use and make earrings out of if you wanted. I mean, I think these would make great earrings. You would literally just need to screw through a little bit and pop your earring bases on them. This is all glued up now, so that shouldn't come off there. Let's just take this tape off, because that won't have done that any damage whatsoever. And I love how that cross has come out on this lid. Now, when I did a coffin before, I got quite a lot of comments about, oh, this is not good, you shouldn't be doing coffins, it's wrong. But, you know, it's Halloween coming up soon. I don't mean this in any way detrimental or anything. I just like the way it's come out. I think it's made a great little trinket box. Certainly the aluminium powder gives it another complete different dimension. You could do quite a lot of things with that. You could package up some little sweeties and give that to people just as some fun, or just have it as a decoration. You could even put a little figure in there as well. I like the gnarly look of it. I hope you've enjoyed this and all the other projects that I've done. And I do have other Halloween-y projects as well from previous years. They're all in a playlist, so check them out. I'll link the playlist at the end of here. There's some quite fun ones, some bowls and different bits and pieces. Don't forget to hit that like button so it helps my videos to get out there as well and keeps my channel going. If you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you for any of my videos and help support me during these difficult times, it's really appreciated. The links for everything that I've used for Canada, Australia, the USA and the UK can be found in the description below. Take care, enjoy your resin, bye.